trailer we inherited. However, you can see that it's going to need some work. It's probably been sitting here for, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, something like that. Anyway, we got to redo that. But this is going to become our, quote, dump trailer. Oh, there's one of our motion sensing lights. We're finding that the chipmunks like to climb up into the different machines. Anyways, and so we're going to redo this, and this is going to become our dump trailer. You know, joke. Dump trailer is what we use for the gravel, but this is going to become our dump trailer because we're going to work it up so that we can put our blue boy on there, take it down to the RV, fill it up, bring it up here. So Mike is working on our dump trailer. This is what we're going to use to haul our blue boy up and down the hill so that we can bring it over here by the cabin and dump it in that we just put in. So the boards were just rotted, so he's had to take those out, but it's got like a little C clamp on that end for the boards to go in, but down here they actually welded in this piece on top of him to hold it in, so he's having to grind that off, and then we'll be able to put new boards on, and that will be a lovely thing, won't it? So Mike's been having fun grinding today. So today Mike was able to get this bar right here off. He ground it off because it was welded on. So we should be cutting boards probably tomorrow or the next day because we now have a saw right here that we can do it with. Yay!
way you tell is you hold it up on end. And you're looking for the crown. Yes. This one does not have a crown. The crown is going this way. You want the curve up. This one does not matter. And put the crack up front. So we'll put this one around.
I'm gonna put this for a second.
Wait. Okay. While we're testing. Flip this one around.
And in theory, this one should fit there. I don't think it does. Of course, we're not as tight as
Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can make up our gap. If not, we might need to rip it down a little.
that's why I'm saying, let's just put them all in for a minute. Make sure they all fit.
That's what we're doing.
Well, that one's not in. First one.
It's just going to be harder to get out.
Yeah. Well, maybe take that one out. Let's swap it for another one. Maybe another one will fit better.
No, it's the way this edge is.
Okay.
We're probably going to end up sanding it down, cutting away a little bit of wood right at the end.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause see, you're hanging over like a good 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah, can get this one into.
Well, in theory, if we push all of those up again, because it's in, isn't it in where it ought to be?
Yeah.
As far as up against here, or does it need to be?
No, no, no.
Well, then let's push all of those over so they're right up next to it.
No, I don't think we want to. Well, actually, I don't. Time out. Do you know about wood swelling? Okay, as it gets moist, wood expands. Right now, this wood is very dry, so it will rain. Most of the expansion will be in the width length, but there will be some in the width. So we don't want it glued tight.
We're gonna have to cut that one down.
Yeah, we'll have to cut that one.
Unless we take out one of those.
Or we cut that one down.
Yeah. Or what if we just put a 2x4 in?
I think we want it tighter than
Yeah, I agree.
that. Let's go get, I know what I want to use for the spacer.
So because of this little lip right here, which is above down there, it sits on top of the board. We had to notch this board over here, and we'll have to do the one for this side too, like all along the one edge of the board so that it would fit in there, because it was too fat because of the double thickness. I think down here you can see that a little bit better if I, whoops, I come in, oh, where am I? Yeah, right there. You see how the one sits on top of the other? Down there in that slot. So we had to trim off about 1/4 of an inch all along the board so it could sit on this lip. kind of screws are those?
Deck, trailer deck screws.
Trailer deck. So the deck of the trailer is done. We're gonna put a little linseed oil on it, but it's done. The thing that was a little bit interesting about doing it is we started on each of the sides and worked our way in, and then we put this middle one in last. And this is all just scrap lumber that's on the property. That middle one ended up being 3 3/4 inch at the far end down there, and 4 1/4 inches down here, the gap. So we had to cut that board at an angle, and it fit. When we put it in, it fit. All we had to do was tap it with the mallet, the rubber mallet at that far end, and it dropped right down in. So we did a good job measuring and cutting. So, and it all went down in just great. Looks great. Should last us a while. Well, we got the linseed oil on it. Looks a whole lot better. That'll dry and protect it. So, looks good.